If you listen to the zealots in the crypto industry, the world is a simple battle between good and evil. Centralization is the devil. Decentralization is God. We are told that the goal of the entire movement is to remove authority completely, to build a world where there are no leaders, no headquarters, and no kill switches. They talk about decentralization like it is a light switch. You either have it or you don't. But this is a childish view of how systems work. The universe does not operate in binaries. It operates on a spectrum. And here's the alt logic of governance. Total decentralization is not a utopia. It is a nightmare. It is paralysis. It is anarchy. It is a system that cannot upgrade, cannot adapt, and cannot save itself. If you want a system that never changes, build a rock. But if you want a system that survives, you need to understand why the center exists in the first place. To understand this balance, we have to look at the civilization that invented modern governance, the Roman Republic. Rome hated kings. They had overthrown their monarchy and built a system designed specifically to prevent one man from having too much power. They had a senate. They had two consuls who could veto each other. They had tribunes. It was a decentralized system of checks and balances, and it worked brilliantly during peacetime. But Rome understood a fundamental truth about systems. Decentralization is slow, and war is fast. So, they wrote a loophole into their own constitution. In times of absolute crisis, the Senate could vote to suspend democracy and appoint a dictator. This wasn't a dirty word back then. It was a legal title. The dictator had absolute authority for 6 months. No debates, no vetoes, just action. Rome survived for 500 years because it understood that efficiency and consensus are enemies. You cannot have a committee steer a ship during a hurricane. Sometimes, you need a captain. In the world of blockchain, we have a modern name for this trade-off. We call it the scalability trilemma. Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, mapped this out years ago. Imagine a triangle. The 3 corners are security, scalability, and decentralization. The laws of physics and computer science say you can only pick 2. If you want decentralization and security, like Bitcoin, you have to sacrifice scalability. Bitcoin is slow. It processes 7 transactions per second. That is the price you pay for having no boss. But if you want scalability and security, like Visa, you have to sacrifice decentralization. Visa can handle 65,000 transactions per second, but they do it by running everything through a massive centralized server farm in Virginia. There is no magic code that fixes this. If every node in the network has to agree on every transaction, the network will always be slower than a single database. The more decentralized you get, the slower you move. And in finance, slowness is often fatal. This brings us to the dirty secret of the crypto industry. Most projects claim to be decentralized. They claim to be unstoppable code. But if you look under the hood, you will often find something called a multi-sig wallet, or the admin key. This is a backdoor that allows the developers to pause the contract, upgrade the code, or freeze funds. They tell you it's for safety. It's just in case of a hack. And they are right. It is safer. But let's be honest about what it is. If 5 guys in a Telegram chat can vote to freeze the protocol, you don't have a decentralized autonomous organization. You have a bank. You just have a bank with a worse user interface and no customer support. We are seeing a massive amount of decentralization theater, projects that pretend to be networks, but are actually just tech startups waiting for the regulators to look the other way. So, does this mean crypto is a lie? No. It means we need to stop treating decentralization like a religion and start treating it like an engineering variable. We don't need 100% decentralization for everything. You don't need a blockchain to buy coffee. Visa works fine for that, but you do need a blockchain to store your life savings in a currency that cannot be debased by a central bank. The goal isn't to remove the center entirely. The goal is to have accountability. We want the efficiency of the dictator, with the transparency of the blockchain. We want systems where the rules are locked, but the actions are fast. That is the alt logic of the future. We are not moving from centralized to decentralized. We are moving from trust me to verify me, and somewhere in the middle of that spectrum is the truth.
If this way of thinking makes sense to you, subscribe.